Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to do a product review with the Mr. Sketch scented crayons I picked up at Target last week. And these are the 12 scented twistable crayons. And these were next to the skinny or thinner Mr. Sketch scented markers. And the packaging is somewhat similar with the somewhat clear plastic to the markers and the crayons, so be sure to make sure it says crayons and or markers when you're picking these up. So this is the front, and they're the 12 scented twistable crayons, and the back, which has all the scents right here, and it says no sharpening required, bold fun scents, plastic body reduces the crayon's breaking. So I did a little test of all the colors when I first got these to see how they wrote and did. So these are the colors, and the scents are: the pink's watermelon, the red is cherry, the yellow is banana, the orange is orange, the light green's mint, the dark green's apple, the light blue is grilled cheese, the dark blue is blueberry, the purple is grape, I almost said green, the brown is cinnamon, the black is black raspberry, and the white is white vanilla icing. Now with the original, I think 12 Mr. Sketch markers, the majority of these crayons are the same as the markers, with the exception of the yellow, which the markers was lemon, and the black, it was licorice in the markers, and here it's raspberry, which I'm very happy because I hate licorice, so that's a personal preference to me. And I don't know what the white was. I don't think there was a white in the markers. But anyway, so the crayons themselves, I have the twistable Crayola pencils, so it's the similar thing as well with those pencils, and probably the twistable crayons as well. You just twist on the bottom and the color comes on top right there, and there's no, obviously you can see there's no point to them. That's a downfall for me, especially with coloring and you're trying to get into tight spaces. So, and the barrel's nice, I do like the barrel of the crayons. So how do they, well, the scents. When you open the box, or when I open the box, you get hit right away with the different scents. There's like a fruit punch. Or, of course, a lot of these weren't fruit. But anyway, the grilled cheese I thought was odd, but it doesn't smell like grilled cheese. It doesn't smell anything at all. Some are more scented as others, like the grape, you can really smell it. The black raspberry, you can really smell. The vanilla icing, you can really smell. So the watermelon, not so much. There's a little bit of scent. It doesn't hit you. I held up the crayons to my nose. When I did this, I held up the paper to my nose after I wrote the color on there to make sure you can smell it on the paper. Again, that was hit or miss as well. And so that was with the scents. And now for the coloring. Excuse me. I did this page from the Living Colors Volume 3. This one's with all the peace and love and all the hippie stuff. And I did try all the colors with the exception of white, obviously. And you can see right here, I missed a little, went outside the edge, which is surprising because this was a big open space. The little spaces like around the heart and stuff, that was kind of hard to get in with trying to stay in the lines. But they color really well, because they are crayons. And then Paula asked me if they're water soluble, and I was like, I don't know, because I'm thinking they're crayons, they shouldn't be. Because the Mr. Sketch markers are water soluble. So I did some playing And I first tried it on here, and if you color on the color and then you leave it for a while and you go back with a water brush, it doesn't move. If you try, this one is an index card, and if you don't pre-gesso, it doesn't move, or it moves a little bit right here. Hopefully you can see that. But if you gesso, this was the first test. It moves, especially if you color it and put the color down, and then you take the water brush and you do it right away. This one is the brown in the single, just one pass with the water brush. It just tints it a little bit. But if you lay more color down, like the pink right here, or the blue, or the red, I put the color down, did it with the brush, dry a little bit, then went over again with the same color, and then did the same thing with the water brush, put the water on. You know, you can layer colors that way. This one was when I put the color down, let it sit, and then put the water brush. It didn't move. And then I also tried it with a color page, trying to see if it will move that way. And this is from Just Add Color Optical Illusion. And I did the green. I laid the green down on the page, and then I took my water brush and tried to move it, and it didn't really move. Hope you can see that. It didn't really move very well. So then I think I lay down water first, and then I put the color down, and that somewhat smoothed it out a little bit. You can't take the water brush and, you know, with the crayon, you know, like you do with Neocolor 2s. You can't do that because there's, you know, it wouldn't show up. It did tint the water brush a little bit when I was playing around with this. And Paula asked me if it will work on watercolor paper, and I haven't tried it, so I'm going to do that for you now. And this is a piece of watercolor paper, scraps from art journaling class a couple weeks ago, or last month or so. So I'm going to take the red, I'm going to lay down the color, put them in frame, and this is the rough side, and this is also not gessoed. Now I'm putting the water on, and it does move a little bit, but you can still see marks. I'm going to use a little bit of this one. Nice. This has gesso on it. This was from journal class, I think last week, or last July. I'm cleaning off my brush, and I'm going to use black. Because I zoomed in a little bit. Zoom back. Oops. Zip out a little bit. Laying down color. Does move on the gesso. So it's a hit and miss depending what you use it on. Like, it works especially well on gesso, on top of gesso. So that's that experiment, and it also, you know, works a little bit on non-gesso with the watercolor. Not so much on regular paper, non-gesso. It does move with the gesso. So that's that. I want to do one more thing just to make sure. Make sure it's clean. Good for color. Purple. I want to make sure that I can, if I can or cannot, take color from the crayon to the brush. Oops. That was something else. Yeah, it doesn't. Can't take the brush to the crayon for the color, but you can. And this is the smooth side of the watercolor paper. Color down. Either smooth it out, but lay more color down. Take the brush. It does work like that too. Now, Mr. Sketch crayons come in like the skinny 12-cent twistable, and they also have the Mr. Sketch gel crayons, and that comes in a 6-pack, and it's a purple hard plastic case. And Paula Journal Artista has those. I sort of want those as well, but I got these first because you see all these different things, you get confused. And like I said, you can get these at Target, where I got mine. You can get them at Walmart, and you can also get them at Amazon. They are on my Amazon A store with these, and I think I have the gel crayons there, and a couple other Mr. Sketch markers as well, sets as well. So, and then my link to the A store is in the description below. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.